Oh, bring your cell phone, please. Hmm? Yeah. All right, all right, all right. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. If this is the first time you've been in one of my live streams, my name is Brill, and what I do simply is I create pedestal wives. So we're going to talk about how to become that girl in 2022. If you are one of those people that is falling in love with TikTok, you've heard that phrase of that girl. And since over here we're in the business of getting started now on our goals for 2022, we're not waiting until the end of the year. We're starting now to start that level up process. So we want to talk about how to become that girl in 2022. Over on TikTok, it just means to become the best version of yourself. But we're going to take it a little further because we have to. We're pedestal wives. That is what we do. We're not the average. We're not the normal. We are above the rest. In order for us to be able to do that, we have to actually go a little bit long further than just the best version of ourselves. So, have you ever been around certain women that always seem to put themselves in a position where they're spoiled, coddled, protected, and taken care of? That is what we're trying to obtain in 2022. And since I've already obtained it for myself, now it's time for me to relay that information to you ladies, to you pedestal wives, to you up and comers. So let's talk about how do you become that girl in 2022? First of all, I'm going to be totally honest with you and very transparent here on this live stream today. I want you to realize the mental gymnastics that it takes to become that girl is not for every woman. You have to actually take it upon yourself to not just level up your physicality, your looks, your beauty, and your booty. You have to actually level up your mentality. And that is something that a lot of women tend to fail at. That is the kicker. You're going to have to go deep within yourself in order to level up your mentality to the point that your self-confidence is on point, your self-worth is on point, you understand what your value is, and you've done the work. You have that time with a therapist if needed, or a counselor is needed. You face your trauma, you face yourself. Your value, you already know what that is. You determine that. Your self-confidence is through the roof. This is how you start the process of being that girl in 2022. It is a mental gymnastics that is going to take work on your part. This is the part that I can't help you with. This is the part that I can't guide you through. This is the part that you literally have to take action and decide to face yourself, your traumas, and what makes you tick, what wounds you're dealing with, in order to, so it's not going to be used against you. So that's the very first step in order to making sure you're that girl in 2022. Your beauty and your booty. Looks will draw a person in, but that mentality will keep them there. But you have to actually make sure you do the work on your physicality. A lot of us are, not taking it as serious as you want to. Now I'm going to explain something to you ladies. If you're a woman, men are going to come. They're always going to be around. You're never going to be alone because a man is going to look, he's going to want, and he's going to desire. But if you're trying to be that girl in 2022, you're trying to change the dynamic and attract quality men who want to coddle, spoil, provide, cover, and protect you. You're going to have to make sure you level up your beauty and your booty. Take care of your looks. Do the things that's going to make you feel and look your best. If that requires makeup, makeup. Now, I'm going to sit here and say now on this live stream, I agree with makeup because I agree with putting makeup on, enhancing the beauty that's already there and using it to your benefit. I agree with makeup. I believe women should wear makeup. Some of you do what you will. But remember, we're trying to be that girl in 2022. Level up that makeup. Start getting your colors done. Figure out what colors work with your shape and your skin tone. So level up. Lose weight if you need to. Do not, I know right now there's a push to, just let it all hang free and not concern yourself about weight, not care. But we're trying to be that girl in 2022, and we're doing it for ourselves, not necessarily for anybody else. Lose weight if you need to. Get that shape together, get that booty together, do the work. Exercise, skincare. Remember that men are attracted to fertility, skincare, and beauty. Those are the things that attract them in the first place. So do not neglect your skincare. Do not neglect what your skin looks like. So take care of your skin. Take care of your skin. That's what I'm saying. Take care of your skin. Embrace who you are. Embrace who you are. When you get to the point you know who you are, no one can tell you who you are, and you embrace who you are a powerful being. When no one can sit here and change your mind or tell you who you are or tell you how you're going to live your life, you are a powerful being. Embrace yourself and love who you are, and don't allow anyone to steer or tell you differently. Another way to be that girl in 2022 is, ladies, y'all gonna have to stop just reading romance and watching reality shows. Get your head out of the romance books and stop watching so much reality TV. And the reason for that, you want to sit here and feed your mind and your mentality and feed this new energy that you're trying to put out in 2022. So get into books. I know books are like a dying art. A lot of people don't like to read anymore, but they have Audible. They have so many different ways to listen to a book. Feed your mentality, feed the energy you're trying to create. Get certain books will help feed that mentality of being that girl. And let me go ahead, I'm gonna suggest some for you. So if some of you like, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to read, let me go ahead and help you. I'm gonna give you some suggestions. 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction, and these are both by Robert Greene. The Male Brain by The Male Brain by Luann Brizardine. The Whole Tactics, Geo Lambert. And let me go ahead and give y'all a little cue into a lot of these relationships and dating and content creators who create this. A lot of them are using content straight out of Whole Tactics by Geo Lambert. A lot of them, and they're doing it word for word. But if you haven't read the book, you won't be able to hear it. You won't be able to realize it. You won't be able to know this person just gave me advice from a book. I can read that book myself. So this is the reason why I'm giving you and pass on the information to you. Read the book. Read the book. Get your head out of romance novels and reality shows and get in and start feeding your mentality and energy with different information so that you can have and be that girl in 2022. Be clear about what you want. Figure out what that is. Whatever it is, what short-term girl goal did you have? What long-term goal do you have? What do you want or what are you trying to achieve? This is the thing. When I personally create a goal, I am going to complete it and I'm going to achieve it and I'm going to have it. What type of goals do you have for yourself? Make sure that you start looking at yourself and trying to become more goal-oriented. Being that girl is about achieving your girl goals and living your best life or the best version of it, and doing it on your own terms. But if you don't have an idea of what you want or what you desire or what you're trying to achieve or what you're trying to accomplish, it's gonna all not work out for you. So figure out what that goal is. Sit down and write some short-term goals out, some long-term goals out, and write down a plan of how you're going to accomplish those things. Monitor where you spend your time at. Like, one of the things that I know that is very important is energy. Energy is so important because of the fact that energy can be spread and felt. And since it's so important, I actually monitor where I spend my time I monitor where I spend my time at and who I spend time with. That is important. If you're in spaces where the people hate men, or all they do is sit online and talk about hating men, that is energy, that is infection, that spreads. And you carry some of that once you get off of that content. And that is important. A lot of us don't understand how important energy is. A lot of us don't understand how important your mentality is, and how your mentality fuels the energy that you have and actually actualizes and brings forth your goals and your desires in your world. But since we don't know that, we tend to get in spaces where it is a lot of negative energy, where it's some hatred, where it's some things that are going against our own goals and the things that we're trying to accomplish. And the more that you give to that, the more that you give to that, the more you have it in your life. So be very careful of where you spend your time at and who you spend your time with, because that is important. Give me another one. Give me another one, please. That's all I need you to do. Yours, his, I don't care. Really? Really? What do you can read them? All right. All right. But energy is important. Monitor where you spend your time at. If you have a goal of being a wife and to a specific type of man, but you spend all of your time in spaces that hate men, I guarantee you're not going to be able to accomplish that goal in the manner that you would desire it, because you're already exceeding energy and pushing energy out here into the, they like to say the universe. I'm not going to say the universe, but you're already pushing the energy out into your own world and bringing it back with you. And that is what's going to build the intention for your own world. And a lot of us don't realize that because we haven't studied it. We're not a society that's pushed towards books anymore. So we don't read, and we don't realize that everything around us is energy. Everything around us we can create. And especially if you are a feminine woman, you hold so much power, and I bet you're unaware. I bet you're unaware of how much power you hold as far as creation. Another thing, and this is going to be one that all the time men don't like, but I'm going to tell you this right now. If you want to be that girl in 2022 and you're trying to become the best version of yourself, you're trying to be that girl that has the covering, the coddling, the spoiling, the providing, and the taking care of, you cannot limit yourself and become anyone's girlfriend. And that is, a lot of us don't realize that. I realize even when I come online, I see there's so many girlfriend and boyfriend relationships. And if you're trying to actually go beyond that, you're trying to become a wife. And even this honesty goes for men too. It actually applies to men. Men should not be being someone's boyfriend, because this limits if you're trying to actually get into a relationship, a long-term relationship that has longevity. You do not want to commit yourself to one person until you have vetted, tested, and questioned. Until you've done all those things, you do not want to limit yourself by being anyone's girlfriend, especially if the goal is to be that girl in 2022, and one of your goals is being a wife. So don't limit yourself, because the pursuit stops once the commitment begins. Okay. Another thing is build your wealth. Build your wealth, and let me explain how. If you're trying to be that girl in 2022, you can't be that girl if you don't have access to your own wealth. It's not a possibility. You want to be that girl? Build your wealth. Now, how you build it, that is the kicker. That is the question. All right. I personally built my wealth off the back of my husband. Okay. But how you build your wealth, I'm not even going to rules or regulations or requirements or standards of how you build your wealth. But you cannot be that girl in 2022 if you don't have access to your own wealth. It's not a possibility. Now, if you have access to his, you can still be that girl in 2022. But make sure that you play your cards well, that even if you lose access to his, that you are able to still be able to support and take care of yourself and still live the same lifestyle. You cannot be that girl in 2022, and if the rug is pulled off from under you or his wealth is pulled off from under you, your lifestyle degrades. You slowly fall down the socioeconomic ladder because it was his wealth and you didn't do anything by building your wealth off his back or doing the things that I talk about on my page. Being that girl in 2022, check your ego. A lot of women, your downfall is your ego. Your ego is humongous. One of the things that women don't want to admit, that we are all narcissists. We want to be right. We want to be taken care of. We want to be spoiled. We don't want to have to give anything to get those things. Check your ego. Check your ego. Stop thinking because you like him that it's a requirement for him to like you. Check your ego to the point where we got women that want to apologize when it's their fault. Be willing to say, I'm sorry. Check your ego. In 2022, get a hold of your ego. Remember, I did a live stream and I talked about the fact that your ego can be your downfall. Women like me who understand the game, or even men who understand the game, they'll use your ego against you, because your ego is going to tell you, oh, you have to have this, or you are, they could not possibly not want you. They could possibly not want to give you what you want. Check your ego. Get your ego under control. In 2022, we're going to be that girl. Our ego is going to be in check, and we're going to be able to make moves and not let our ego be our downfall. Get out of your comfort zone. Some of us have been doing the same thing over and over and over. How did it feel to ride a roller coaster? Because some of you know, get out of your comfort zone. Stop being in the same type of relationships with the same type of guy doing the same thing and not trying anything new. The thing is, one of the things I learned a long time ago, it is a definition of insanity to do things over and over and over and over and think you're going to get a different result. You will not get a different result. You will get the same result if you continue to do the same things over and over and over. Get out of your comfort zone. Go to new places. Go to new cities. Reinvent yourself. Reinvention, transformation is the name of the game. I really truly do believe in that. A lot of us do not transform. Some of us have been wearing the same hairstyle since 1998. Some of us have been wearing the same style since 2000. It is time to transform and reinvent ourselves. If you want to be that girl in 2022, what is not working in 2021, we're going to leave behind in 2021 and move forward in 2022. And that starts now. We don't wait until that year starts to actually begin transformation and reinvention. Figure out your aesthetic lifestyle. And I know y'all are probably tired of me of saying this, because I keep saying it because I know it's so important. A lot of you all look up to celebrities. You look up to their lifestyle and the things that they're able to do, and that is what you desire. Some of us, we want the opposite. We truly do want that suburban mom that is riding around in the new Escalade and able to go to Starbucks. That is our aesthetic. What type of aesthetic do you desire? What type of lifestyle do you desire? What do you want for your life? That is important. Do you envision, when you think about your life in the future in 2022 and being that girl, do you think about being a rich woman? Do you think about being in upper middle class? Do you think about being in middle class? I don't think we're going to go any lower than that, right? We're not going to, nobody's daydreaming about anything below that, right? Below that level. But what do you think about or envision for your lifestyle? What type of aesthetic do you think or envision for yourself? Which one feels or resonates well with you? Because some of us don't want the celebrity lifestyle. I know I don't. I don't care for it. I don't care for the drama. I like peace and quiet. I don't like chaos. I like order. So I don't want the celebrity or entertainer lifestyle. I have the suburban mom lifestyle that can go to get mimosas at 12 and go out to dinner with the girls, and my time is my time. I don't have to speed anywhere, and I can drive slow because I have the lifestyle where time is not of a factor. I don't work. I work for myself, and then I work when I want to work for myself. But we have to actually start being, if you're trying to be that girl in 2022, you desire something different. Maybe 2021 didn't do so well for you. It wasn't so good. It wasn't something you can brag about, and you really will have a different year. You don't start later. You start now. You start now making the changes so that you can have what you want in 2022. You want to be that girl? Start working now. Remember, it starts with the mentality. It starts with that first before you can even move to the physicality. Because a lot of us have moved and blown past the physicality. We figured out what colors work on us. We figured out wearing makeup and heels and dress will get the attention and attract men of means. But we haven't really realized it's our mentality that's going to keep them there. It's our mentality, our values, our morals, the ability to have a conversation and be able to communicate and resolve conflict. These things are going to keep them there. But of course, this right here is going to attract them. This right here is going to get them to come around. This right then is going to keep them around me and wanting to do things for me. But having them continue it and having longevity with it, that's the mentality of it. Right. So, but that is all I have. I wanted to be very quick here today. If we don't have any questions or anything else, I'm just going to get off here. But being that girl in 2022 is something we're going to start now. We're not starting later. We're not starting at the beginning of the year. We're not starting after Christmas. We want to go ahead and make something shake, as they say. We're going to make something happen. And that starts with our mentality. And we're going to go and do the work. Do the work. Trust and believe. The women that I know that have done the work on themselves, they're able to easily move in these circles. They're able to easily to attract those men of means and resources and all of the goodies that you see on social media. But a lot of times, let me tell you another thing about being that girl of 2022 is that most of us are not braggadocious. Most of us are not, wearing all of our money or showing all the things that we do. We still that girl though. We still that girl all day long, but we just don't brag about it. Social media is a whole nother beast. A lot of times people do things to get attention up here. It's a facade. It's a dream. So even though we want to be that girl, recognize and realize it still is not going to be in the manner that you see on social media. It isn't. It isn't. I'm going to tell you right now, me being married to a man of means, a man that has resources, it is boring. It is boring. I make my own fun by coming up here and having conversations and discussions with people on social media. It is boring. It is quiet. It is peaceful. If I want to have fun, I make my own fun. It's not like on social media where you're going here, you're going there. Well, I can if I wanted to, but usually it's laid back. It's peaceful. It's calm. It's not a lot of drama. Nothing going on. Please don't go. I love your advice. Well, y'all got to be talking to me. You have to talk to me. Then I won't go. Do I have anything on YouTube?
Yeah, you got one question.
Okay, go ahead. Because I don't have another device, y'all.
If he's not marriage material, can I just lie and say I'm a girlfriend if they want exclusivity? I'm single until married, but I let them think what they want. Thoughts?
I'm going to tell you right now, I would not even give a man that type of commitment by lying to him that I'm his girlfriend. I would never give him a verbal commitment, but if he ran around saying, oh, she's my girlfriend, I wouldn't say anything. I would let him think what he desires, okay? But I would never verbally ever commit to that, because if I give a verbal commitment and you have not proposed or you have not committed to me in other ways, because see, girlfriend is not a status. It is not a status. I know a lot of us want to think it is because that is what some men are offering, but it's not a status. It's not a commitment in the manner you think. Usually what it is a placeholder. I want you to start associating girlfriend with placeholder. This is the reason why a man will literally let a girlfriend have a girlfriend for years, right? And then let go of the girlfriend and marry a woman. And that happens all the time. It would blow your mind if I would actually tell you stories about girlfriends that I've had that they were in that position. I've said, y'all, I try not to get in other people's business. I don't get in other people's business. So I wouldn't say anything unless they ask me. If they ask me my opinion, then I'll say, hey, no, you shouldn't do that. That's not a good idea. But she got dumped and he married someone else in a month. And the reason it happened because the other woman, she did not verbally commit. He had her, the girlfriend was a placeholder. She's a placeholder. Usually a man will give you that girlfriend status so that he'll have time to really search out his wife. He know that there's certain type of women that have standards that they would never even commit to them until there's the ultimate commitment, and that is wife. So if he is running around saying he is your boyfriend, fine. But I wouldn't give a verbal commitment, because if he thinks you're committed, why would he pursue? That is the question. Think about it yourself. If you've already verbally committed to him, why would he do any pursuit? Why would he do those things to say that or show that he wants you in his life? Placeholder is really equal to a girlfriend, but a lot of people don't want to have that conversation because girlfriend and boyfriends are what people think are valid relationships now. Is there another one?
Yes.
Go ahead.
How can you take control of your wealth/finances?
Oh, okay. How do you take control of your wealth/finances? All right. First of all, one of my number one rules as a wife is that I'm always going to be a part of the budget, which means For the budget, I have my own space on it. And in that budget, I've already told you what I require for my upkeep. My upkeep would be my hair, my nails, y'all know my daily spa things on Thursday that I do. And all of that is part of my upkeep, but I always multiply it by 5. And see, I multiply it times 5, so that's my allowance. And I would take that allowance and I would do my upkeep, of course, but I also would invest it. I would invest it in stocks. I currently thinking about investing in some rental properties. I've invested in crypto. I invest my money that I get from my allowance into investments, into things that are going to grow. And that is how I make money off my husband. That is how I have grown my wealth. I didn't grow my wealth by going out here and getting a job and working and saving my check. I grew my wealth by saving my allowance, part of it, and investing it in places that's going to make me more money. That is how I grew my own wealth. That is how, regardless of how far up the socioeconomic ladder he goes, bro will be right there with him, because I refuse to be a woman that is traditional, that is a stay-at-home mom, and be left behind without anything. If this man decides to upgrade, if he decides to get another one, I will still be able to live the same lifestyle. So invest, invest, invest. You don't have to use all of the money to invest, but invest. That is how you build your wealth. You don't build your wealth by constantly buying Birkins and Louis Vuittons. You actually do build your wealth by investments. So invest, 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 invest. All right, so let me have one question on Instagram. I'm going to answer it. Then I'll get another one on YouTube. I love your advice. My boyfriend is giving me the silent treatment. Wrote him back, don't know what to do. All right, see, the thing is with silent treatments are not a healthy way to deal with an issue. And if a man is using a silent treatment, which is actually a feminine tactic, that's your red flag right here. That's your red flag right here. While he's giving you the silent treatment, you need to be dating another one. But since you've actually put yourself in a spot where you are the girlfriend, he's not going to expect that from you. He's going to expect you to be waiting on him until he decides to come back and have a conversation with you. And see, this right here, this entire relationship is telling me red flags, because that silent treatment is an unhealthy way to communicate. He should want to communicate with you and solve the issue. All right. But if I were you, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna tell you what I would do. Let me tell you what I would do. Instead of I'm not gonna tell you what you should do. I'm gonna tell you what I would do. If I had that particular situation, my boyfriend's had given me the silent treatment, honestly, I would break up with him. I would break up with him and I would move along. And honestly, in the next go around, I wouldn't just have one. I would have a rotation. I would be dating rotationally and dating multiply until I have a goal behind. I have a purpose for what I am doing. Some of you are dating for fun. Okay. If that's what you're doing, sis, keep doing you. Have fun. Keep in that situation. But if you're dating with a purpose and it's about marriage, you need to let him go and start over. Get your rotation, date multiple men. Do not commit to any of them, regardless, until one of them gets on one knee with a ring, offers you marriage. Then you give him a commitment of fiance. This is the reason why I tell you all, ladies, all the time. This is how I went from being a person he was dating to his fiance to his wife. I was never his girlfriend. And like I said before, I got caught rotational dating. Don't do it in the manner I did. I know what my number one mistake was. Is because I was very open with my business. Don't do that. Be very quiet. Keep it under wraps. The urge for you to actually announce everything social media, don't do it. The urge for you to tell all your friends, don't do it. Keep your mouth shut and keep those lips closed. That is my biggest mistake in rotational dating, and that's how I got caught. It's because of the fact that I was not quiet. I told a friend, that friend told some other people, and that is how I found myself there. And I found myself in a position where he's asking me about the guy. All right. Is there anything else on YouTube?
I don't see anything else.
Okay. All right. So you say you want to be in my video. Why not? I'm in a mood today. Accept. All right. If it does it, I'm gonna let her be in my video and see, because it's not doing anything. I'm not sure why it's not doing anything. All right, but that's what I'm gonna do. For now, I'm gonna give advice based off what I would do in that situation. All right, so this way I could just be real and raw and what I would do. But the whole premise of this video is for us to level up in 2022. You cannot possibly do that until that you get that mental right. I realize, and I've had these conversations probably with the pedestal wife community, that you have to actually do the work. The work is so important. The work, if you do the work on yourself and go down a path of self-discovery, you won't allow a man to play with you. You won't allow a man to play with your feelings. You won't allow a man to play with your emotions. You will be able to see these things coming a mile away, and you can distance yourself from him and the situation. All right. It said she was unable to join. All right. So I attempted to let someone in my video. I was going to do it today. Y'all know normally I don't do that. But leveling up in 2022 starts with that mental. It starts with you taking the time to get to know who you are as a woman and what you want as a woman and what the purpose or the goal is for dating. Like I said, some people are out here just having fun, and that's fine. That's fine. Have fun. Go out here and have fun. I really actually recommend it when you're young. When you're young, have fun. So you'll get an idea of what you like and what you don't like. All right. You'll get to know more about yourself while you're dating. But I turned 27 years old the other day, and I feel like time is moving fast. Time moves fast because I remember when I was just a young chicken. Now I'm a hen. I don't know. I remember when I was young. I remember when I was just out here just trying to figure it out. Okay. So yes, time does move fast, and it moves even faster, it seems, when you're having fun. It moves even faster when you ain't got a plan. It moves slow when you have purpose, though. It slows down when you actually have a goal and you have an idea of what you're trying to accomplish. And since you're 27, to me, that's a ripe age. That's a ripe age to try to figure out what you want out of life. What is the goal? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you at the period in your life where you're just trying to just date? Are you just trying to do that? Or are you in your period of your life where you're thinking more along the lines of commitment, marriage, children? Where are you at? Answer those questions for yourself so that you can start that process of getting what you want to have out of your life. Is there anything on YouTube? Okay. All right. But becoming that girl, I'm going to be honest with you. Becoming that girl in 2022, how do I want to say this? Because a lot of people are called to become that girl in 2022, but few are chosen. And the reason few are chosen is not because it is something spectacular or something special. It is because there's only a few people who decide to do the mental gymnastics that is required in order to become that girl in 2022. If you are still that woman who are insecure about her choices in relationships, it's not a possible. You have to do the work first, so that and get the learning and the requirement and the information that you need so that you can become that girl in 2022. Do you realize? Have y'all ever seen those videos where those women appear to be very self-confident and sure of themselves, and they have an idea, and their energy is even very soft, and most people admire them and want to be like them, and they look up to them. That is because a lot of times these women have done that mental gymnastics, and I'm gonna keep seeing it over and over and over. I've been speaking about the inner work and self-discovery and learning about yourself first before you even get into the realm of dating, get into the realm of figuring out what you want. Because a lot of us, one of the things I've learned, and I'm talking about myself here, one of the things I learned back in the day, like I used to love the good looking, the smell good, the popular, the one that everybody wanted. I wanted him too. I desired him too. And that was the type of guy I liked back then. But then I learned as I started to mature and started to really learn myself and learn what I wanted as a woman and what I needed as a woman, that what I liked and what I desire are not the same things of what I need. I realized I needed security. I needed stability. I needed to be protected. I needed to be coddled. I needed to be spoiled. I needed to be able to be. That is what I needed. I needed to be. And that is something that a lot of women don't really have conversations about. We don't talk about us needing to be, us needing to not have stress or be stressed out or have so much responsibility. We have so many women that they thrive on stress and being responsible and taking care of others. And kudos to them. I am not her. I am not her. I am not her. I need to be coddled. I need to be protected. I need to be taken care of. I need to be spoiled. I need someone who can protect not only my heart, my emotions. I need all of those things. So I am not that girl who wants to be responsible for any and everything. I'm not that girl who wants to do it all. I am not that girl. And this is in self-discovery that I realize I'm not that girl. Just because it's popular, realize you have to take some time with yourself to figure out what you need for you. Some women will thrive on getting it done and doing it all and being responsible and being the leader. I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl. And you have to figure out, are you that girl? Is that what would be best for me? Will I thrive being that girl that's responsible and have to take care of everything and have to get it done? Am I that girl? Or am I the girl that needs to be protected, need to be called, need to be spoiled, need to be, because in some areas I'm sensitive. So I need that protection. Like I said, I'm not that girl. I'm not. And that's okay. That's okay. Because one of the things is over here, I tend to respect women who are that girl, who have to be the leader and responsible for everything. And I am okay with women also who are like me. We need to be protected. We need to be coddled. We need to be spoiled. Our hearts and our emotions have to be protected. We're sensitive and we just don't see ourselves doing it all. That's just not for us. All right, so I'm going to let someone in the video try again. Okay. All right, I'm trying to let someone into my video for Instagram. So is there a question on YouTube, y'all? Because I don't have access to look at the comments. But thank you, Pedestal Wives, for being in the building. I appreciate you so much. All right, I'm trying to let someone into the video. If you want to come into the video, this is your day, because normally I don't let anyone in my videos. But I decided, why not? Why not? Why not today? Because we're talking about being that girl. What does that look like for you? And I think also, I never want to sit here and create this idea that all of us being that girl in 2022 looks alike, because it doesn't. It doesn't look alike. And this is the reason where on mental gymnastics that you'll understand what it looks like for you. Even if I give you certain things that will help you become that girl in 2022, one of the things that you need to do is make sure it's the right thing for you. Because social media has a way of socially conditioning us to actually think or believe that it should look this particular way, when I have learned that that is not the best way for me in certain circumstances. Sometimes I need a certain way that's going to fit me and my personality and my lifestyle and my relationship versus what I see on social media. Y'all, I'm trying to let it go live. I don't know why it's not doing. Instagram funny. I think I'm in a space where I have the thing that's dead. Let's see if I can do it this way. Let me see if I can do it this way, where I can let everybody in. Ooh. All right. But being that girl in 2022 starts with you. Figure out what's going to work for you. Figure out what that looks like. Hello. You're not. Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, it doesn't have a great connection, and it keeps pausing.
I can't. Okay, I think my network right there.
Yeah, it keeps reconnecting. I can hear you. I can hear you. It just keeps
I'm
reconnecting.
saying just not
Okay, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that. So I don't know what's going on there. It just wouldn't connect for her, so that we can have a conversation. All right. So, is there anything on YouTube?
No.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is YouTube. Thank you so much for being with me. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream on YouTube, but I'm going to continue on Instagram. All right. Thank you. See you all on the next one.